Hello everyone and happy Transfer Tuesday. Transfer Tuesday is the day of the week where we move our money in the right direction no matter which financial goal we are going after and no matter how much we can afford to transfer or contribute. You can also make a transfer any day of the week that you want to, but there are quite a few of us here on YouTube who make these Transfer Tuesday videos. So I do have a couple of things to share with investing as well as with savings. I'm going to start with investing. If you watched last week's Transfer Tuesday video, I shared with y'all how I was going to open up my SEP IRA for the video and show y'all like me actually going through and opening that. I wasn't able to do that last week because I had to have some follow-up steps in order for me to actually start making investments to that account, but I did do that after the video and I was able to contribute to my SEP IRA. I do want to give some context around the SEP IRA, my decision opening it, why I went with that one, who I'm investing with, what I'm investing in, so on and so forth. So first thing is that I am self-employed. In case this is the first video that you're watching of mine, I recently quit my full-time job and I've taken my online business full-time. So I've been looking into different investment options. Second thing, I decided to go with the SEP IRA for a few reasons. So the first thing is that I spoke with my CPA a couple of weeks ago. I had a consultation with him and we did discuss all my investment options. So that includes the SEP IRA, the simple IRA, the solo K or solo 401k. And ultimately, I decided I wanted to do the SEP IRA for right now, at least through the end of 2024. I am definitely not opposed to opening a simple IRA or a solo K in the future, but right now I think a SEP IRA is a good fit for me. It's quite flexible, it's very easy to open, and just right now I feel comfortable with sticking to a SEP IRA. And in case this comes up, I have already maxed out my Roth IRA for 2024, so I can no longer contribute to my Roth IRA for 2024. Come 2025, I'm gonna reevaluate everything and figure out my investment plan, but we're just focused on the next 6 months. There were a couple of questions that I saw around this investment option and just investing in general. So first thing would be that yes, I can contribute to a Roth IRA and a SEP IRA in the same year, so that's not gonna be a problem. A SEP IRA does have contribution limits, so you can do 25% of your income or up to $69,000, I believe it is, whichever is less. So obviously for me, 25% of my income is going to be much lower than $69,000 unless something crazy happens and I end up making thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars this year. But at this pace, I don't think I will get to that. But that's not a concern for me whatsoever because I don't plan on investing heavily for the last 6 months of 2024. I'm aiming to do like a minimum of $100 per month to my SEP IRA. So that's $600 for the year, or like $100 to $300 per month. If I can do a little bit more than that, then great. But I really don't see myself being able to go too much further beyond that on a month-to-month basis. And if anything changes, I could always contribute to my brokerage account. I could open a simple IRA. I could start the solo 401k. Like I have lots of options available to me, and I'm just not concerned at all about reaching a contribution limit for my SEP IRA for the rest of 2024. Contributing to my SEP IRA will lower my tax burden, which I love. Anything I can do to lower my taxes is my favorite thing. Ultimately, I decided to open my SEP IRA with Fidelity. Now, y'all know that I am a Vanguard girl through and through. Everything that I'm invested in is with Vanguard at this point, aside from my SEP IRA now. I love Vanguard. I absolutely would have opened my SEP IRA with Vanguard, but I decided that just in case, I would open up this account with a separate platform, a separate brokerage, in case there's a time that Vanguard goes down, not like as a whole, but if the browser's down or something, like the website's down and I absolutely need to access my money. Like it's very rare and unrealistic that this would happen, but just to protect myself a little bit across my investments, I decided to open this with Fidelity. But I do have my brokerage account with Vanguard, my Roth IRA with Vanguard. I have my 401k with, it's still on Guideline, but it's invested in Vanguard index funds. So I did want to switch things up a little bit. I do like Fidelity as a whole. It's very easy to use and I already knew what I was going to be investing in. So I just went with Fidelity. So let's talk about investing there because I did end up adding some money to my SEP IRA in the month of June because I received some direct support. All right, so on Thursday, June 27th, I received a Venmo notification that Deidre sent me $100. Y'all are crazy. Like, thank you so much, Deidre. Y'all are just so amazing. I cannot thank you enough for support just in general. So appreciate it so much. But she said, congrats on becoming a full-time entrepreneur. Wishing you continued success in all areas of your life. Thank you so, so much, Deidre. That is so generous of you. I was shocked when I saw this. Every time I get support, I'm like, wow, you know? Really, really appreciate it. And y'all know that any extra income that I receive, including direct support, is going to investing. And now I decided to start my SEP IRA in June instead of July. Got a little bit of a head start on it. So the $100 from Deidre, I put to my SEP IRA with Fidelity. Now you might be asking, what are you investing in with Fidelity? It's just the S&P 500. So I decided that my full SEP IRA, or at least as of right now, is going to be invested in FXAIX, which is Fidelity's S&P 500 index fund. In my opinion, you really can't go wrong with S&P 500 or total stock market, but I realized I was really just invested for the most part in the total stock market, so I decided to go with S&P 500 for this account. So I did buy $100 worth of FXAIX, and that was like a little bit more than half of a share. But thank you again to Deidre for your support. Now let's talk about my savings. So as a whole, I did gain my interest in my Marcus by Goldman Sachs high yield savings account in all of my sinking funds, my 8 sinking funds. Altogether, I gained $135.78 of interest. The bulk of that was in my emergency fund because that's the sinking fund with the most money. And for today's video, I'm just going to go ahead and add 100 to my emergency fund. I'm gonna just go ahead and get that out the way for the month. Y'all know that there's 4 sinking funds that I'm focusing on a monthly basis, and one of those is my emergency fund, where I'd like to continue to add 100 per month. This is going to be just coming from my main checking account. I had some money that rolled over from June into July, and I have enough to spare to do this. So I will pop up the confirmation page as I confirm. And honestly, I don't remember the last number that y'all saw in my emergency fund. It's at $14,066.59. My goal for 2024, so by the end of 2024, is $15,000 in my emergency fund. And that means I am $933.41 away from hitting this. So that was my savings for July. I have 5 more months that I'll be adding 100. I gained over $60 in interest in June, so each month it's going to be increasing a little bit how much interest I gain. So I think for the most part I should be good with just doing 100 per month for the rest of the year. But if I need to, I will add a little bit extra one of these months so I can get to 15,000. But I think the interest will take care of the bulk of it outside of that. So that's it for me today. Please comment down below what you did to move your money in the right direction for today's Transfer Tuesday. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one.